So now when we are looking at balance, we have three interlocked areas, or three very important areas that we can consider when it comes to balance: your energy, your time, and then your priorities. Okay, so these three things are, should I say, I always say a 3-point post, okay, or stand for balance. So they interlock. When you are looking at balance, you're looking at how to manage your time, you're looking at how to manage your energy, you're looking at how to prioritize. And if I want to turn it the other way, the prioritization would come first, because it helps you put in perspective, or put according to hierarchy or order of importance, what matters at that particular time. Then when you are able to get that clearly, you can now allot and distribute your time and energy to be able to attain what matters in the various seasons of your life. So when we are talking about, but then I'll start from energy. There are four main dimensions: physical, mental, emotional, and then let's say spiritual. Okay. So physical energy, how does it play? What are the things you look out for when you're looking at managing your energy? Okay, you're looking at physically, you would consider things like rest, you would consider nutrition, you would consider exercise. Okay, so to be able to manage your energy physically, there are people who would say, okay, I don't sleep a couple of hours. I met somebody recently. He said, oh, I sleep for this number of hours in a day, which a lot of people will frown on. But he's been able to manage that, because he realized, if I don't catch, or I don't sleep this number of hours, when I wake up, I have mental blocks. I'm not able to apply. So I might be in class and I can't really do anything. So you would need to get to know yourself, know your sleep patterns, know how you are able to rejuvenate and refresh yourself with rest, with nutrition, and with exercise, right? So I, as a person, realize that when I go for some period without a bit of workout, and I feel my energy level is low. Okay, when I don't sleep and I'm trying to pull through certain seasons and break, I am a bit slow. So the fact that somebody is not sleeping and is going around the clock doesn't mean I should follow suit, because I may not be productive if I stay all the time not spending the time with sleep. So appreciate that your physical energy is important when you are talking about balance, because it is that you would apply for the work within a specified time. So when you need energy to be able to do the work, you need energy to be able to put in action what you have prioritized. And so to be able to manage and guard your energy is important. So you are looking at the first dimension of energy, physical. Then you look at the mental dimension of energy, which would have to do with focus and creativity. All right. So you want to give attention to, at what point am I able to attain focus? Am I able to have more focus? Am I able to be creative? So now you realize that somebody would start from the physical energy. It is when they have rested enough that they can be focused. It is when, after exercise, that they can settle, and then they would become creative. All right. So they play into each other. When you are able to maintain or manage your physical energy, it may play into management of your mental energy. So whatever would drain you mentally, make you lose focus, probably the pattern you would apply that would make you lose focus, and all that, you become aware of them, and then you do not go by them. So help yourself, get to know yourself. How am I able to focus? At what time of the day or in my life am I able to focus most? So I was reading recently when it talks about, maybe a lot of men may have quite a balance, or a spread out kind of focus, and it may be different for women, sometimes because of their those menstrual cycle, because their seasons, certain hormones would be low, and you may have planned a lot of things, but if you have those challenges and you are aware of it, you would plan around it and realize that you won't put a lot of your deep work or demanding work around the time that your energy is very low, your focus is low, and creativity is low. Okay. And then you have the emotional dimension of energy, what goes into your relationships, resilience. Okay, how are you able to apply your energy to bounce back from limitations, from challenges, from difficulties? How are you able to allow your energy to feed your relationships? What are the things you look out for? There are certain relationships that are will be draining for you, so you may not you do not need to engage them. Okay, you need to censor them. It's not every relationship you should be running for, spending all the time with. Okay, there are some relationships that will take away your energy, right? And so with creativity and all that, you realize that there are also certain things that fuel your energy. When you spend time in doing it, they do not drain you, but they refuel you. So you need to be able to figure that out. I was having a discussion with a colleague yesterday, and she said when she was outside the country for school, and there was this lady American, she's able to think when she's knitting. So you are having serious discussions with her, or she's doing serious work, and she would have her pin, knitting pin or crocheting pin or whatever, and she'll be doing it. And then you realize for some time she's off, she's thinking, and the next moment she'll drop it and she's typing, the ideas are flowing. So I was like, wow, that is very interesting. Another person would spend time more either in music or in quiet and in all that, so that they can be able to balance their energy and get themselves refreshed to work. So emotionally, it's not every relationship you should engage at every time. And if it is draining you, you should begin to know. If it is toxic, you should begin to realize that it will drain a part of your energy. It will drain your emotional energy. So you need to put your energy in place, see what works for you, which kinds of people fuel you, which kind of relationship will fuel you, would allow you to make progress. Okay, and then you go for them. Then we have the spiritual dimension of maintaining energy. Okay, so you realize that with some people, their energy is down because they are just living by the day, not having anything they are living for or any purpose. They do not have a direction. There's no sense of meaning with their life. So you wake up every day and you do not even know what your life is about. You realize that it keeps your energy to show up, to continue living very low. So what are you living for? What gives you meaning? What are the practices you can put in place to ensure that you are able to connect with your source, and what matters, what gives you meaning, and what allows you to attach yourself to purpose? Those are the things you should consider when it comes to managing your energy. I'll go through again: physical, mental energy, and then you have your emotional and spiritual. So there are practices, there are things, there are dimensions or things you have to look out for, to do, to be applying yourself to be able to manage and maintain your energy level. So we have said that balance is doing the right tasks at the right time with the right energy. So matching right energy with right tasks at the right time. At this moment, I want you to reflect on, let's say, two things that you have noticed drain you and two things that energize you. Recently, I was discussing with one of the community members, and she said it looks like this thing about self-awareness cuts across everything we discuss. Yes, it's true. So it is when you know that this particular thing, activity drains me, that you know where to put it, where to fix it. And you know this one energizes me, then you know where to fix it so that it can rejuvenate you. So for somebody, I met someone who said, when I eat very well, when I eat good food, I get energized. So when she's working or something and she feels stressed, tired, and what, she wants to just create time and make some good food or organize some good food for herself. And she feels very energized. So you should know, you should be aware, or you should be building awareness. in this community, that's what we encourage people to do. We are not here to solve your problems or tell you do it this way. We are here to bring to your awareness, to your consciousness, the things you need, and then in your life you practically give attention so that you can be making progress and finding yourself and your truth. So we don't do a one size fits all kind of thing. Get to know you, become aware of yourself, become aware of what you need to invest to get better, to make progress. So we make the tools available, resources available, and then you pick them and apply them.